Good day, all. Today we are off Cape at the Marion Antique Center. And yes, there's a garden center next door. Now, I won't share the garden center on this vlog just because it's too much, but we will come back to there. But today we are going to the Marion Antique Center, which I love. It's in this lovely old house, this really pretty garden. There's also an old barn outside, which I will go in as well. And this time of the year, they often set up a tent outside, which I think they have. Just so you kind of get an idea, here's Cape Cod, the chunk sticking out in the water, which some say looks like an arm. And then you can see this area here is the canal, which was hand dug and made in, I think it was 1914, and the bridges were put in the 30s. This is what makes the Cape Cod technically an island, and this is Marion. This is where we are today, so you can see that's where we are off Cape. So it's a lovely, lovely area. What's nice about this place is, look how it's a traditional old 1700s style colonial with various additions, and it has a really pretty garden. And what's nice is many of the things in the garden are, of course, also for sale. And this place also does wonderful. They do 3 big auctions a year. If I can try to fit it into my schedule this year, I want to go to at least one of the auctions and film. So, well, hopefully that'll happen more towards the end of the season, probably I think autumn is their next one. So as you enter here, you can see it's a lovely, lovely old house. What I love about this is it's a good size home, but it's all being turned into an antique shop, and it's really, really dense. So on this trip, we'll go through. I'll try to slow down here and there, and maybe just slow down and intersperse some music so you can have a little look. But of course, we will not cover everything in this one trip. In fact, I may make this trip into 2 videos. But we will come back, so don't worry if you don't see everything or if I don't stay on something long enough. We will come back later. And I'm trying to get better about going a bit slower, so hope you enjoy this visit. This place is also great for artwork and paintings and pictures and things, a realistic price for fine antiques, as well as some really amazing prices for some lovely prints and things. So, and you can see now we're in the front hall. When this was a home, you would have come through that front door, looking back from the way we came through the back. And then this is the stairway leading up to the landing. And here we see some lovely, lovely paintings. As I said, this was one of my favorite places to see oils and such. And I think the prices are really good. $2.85 for that Victorian oil is quite nice, I think. And this one's only $1.95 for these beautiful lilies. And a pretty seascape. And of course, the framing is darling. So, all right, let's walk up into the hall and have a look around and just enjoy this lovely old home. So let's head into this room, and you can see this probably was a bedroom at one point. Oh, look at this gorgeous wedding gown. Only $30 for this beautiful vintage gown. If it wasn't so tiny, I'd be tempted to try it on. And lovely fabric. Oh, I love Lily of the Valley is one of my favorite flowers. That's such a pretty fabric. I love when you can get vintage and nice quality fabrics at places like this. This is a sweet little dresser set, the mirror and drawer. It's not too bad. And just to look out the window to show the garden, and you can see there is the tent set up, which I think they've just started filling. Usually in the summer they have a lot of lovely things out there. And of course I'm been looking for lamps. 95 is quite nice for that converted oil lamp. And this is a great place to get vintage hats as well. This is actually kind of pretty, not right for the season, but I can see myself donning that in the autumn with my wool clothing. Some more beautifully framed artwork. And what a gorgeous lamp. That's a good price. And of course, I'm obsessed with clocks. Oh, this is a lovely floor lamp, $50 with that cutout paper shade. And of course, there's some lovely books here. What a pretty crazy quilt, very Victorian. So let's head back out into the hall. It's a lovely, interesting oil with a figure. But here you can see the brass colonial chandelier hanging over the stair. And then back, there are two rooms back here. This room is nice because it's half price, so we'll see what little treasures we can find in here. It's a pretty oil. That's quite a good price, half price for that. It's always an interesting mix of things in this little room. I like this little room because it's like a little box room, or maybe it would have been the sewing room back when this was a house. I love that brown and white transferware. It's a lovely tureen. You could use it for a tureen, or it'd be amazing to store and use for floral arrangements for holidays or parties. And again, in many of the rooms I have a nice selection of books, but it's always fun to look in the half off section. Let's head back out into the hall and see what other artwork they have out here. Oh, I love this. The Fallowfield Hunt. It's this illustrative style that I really love. I found a couple of things, if you remember last week's video when we were at the old flea market. Those are quite nice. There's a second one as well. Now this room is full of lovely books. I mean, one could spend easily an hour just in this one room, or if there were a rainy day and you just wanted to come out and have a good sulk, you could come up to this lovely second floor of this amazing antique shop and just thumb through all these old books, finding some lovely treasures. They have a good assortment of things on antiques and old rugs and such. Just another look out the window to remind us that we are in an old house. But yes, they have quite a good collection on information. I think is very good, so you can find old data on and information on old antiques. It's a pretty little piece for $125. I can never have enough little side tables like that for bedsteads or next to sofas and things. All right, let's head back out. Oh, what's this? Huh, that's Darling with the child and the little terrier. Now see, that's only $75. Isn't that sweet? Wouldn't that be Darling in a hallway or in a powder room or something? That's a pretty painting. Okay, let's head back down and see what other treasures we can find. Now let's head into this room off the, which would have been the front door in the front hall, which probably was the dining room or maybe the drawing room. Oh, these are pretty. Lovely. Huh. Funny old Toby jug. For $44, that's not bad. Those are great for flower arrangements. Oh, these are gorgeous. Those that color, Nippon, that color could inspire the entire decor of a room. Again, it would take many, many videos, and maybe I will make many videos coming here to be able to get to all of the things they have here. I like these two pieces. I wonder if they're for sale. They actually look a bit 70s, but the painting, the deep green inside and then the arch of the top, they would be really nice to do as a built-in into a room. Some more little Toby jugs. Oh, that's an interesting collection of books. As I said, they have a really good book selection here. You can often find whole collections or even just interesting little tidbits, and also a great resource for things on antiques and such. Oh, I like this. This old fruit wood, $150. Wouldn't that be pretty on the top of a newel post in a hallway or something? What a gorgeous blue and white lamp, $175. That's lovely. I see some blue and white. Oh, it looks like Yale. Oh yes, it's the Wrexham Tower, which I think Wrexham Tower is modeled after the St. Giles Court in Wales, where Yale, the founder of Yale, is buried in Wales in England, although Yale was born in Boston, in Massachusetts. Some lovely pots. Oh, I like that. The little bird's nest. It's really pretty. See what other lovely... Oh, I do love Staffordshire dogs. Let's see what we have here. Whatever the price is for the pair. This is $2.25 for the pair. Quite lovely, good size. Be lovely on a mantle or on a bookshelf. Some more pretty blue and white. Looks like maybe Yale. Another gorgeous lamp. Oh, and more of the beautiful blue and white. It's like a biscuit tin, and that matches the lamp. Some pretty silver. And again, just looking out the window to remind us we are in a darling house. Oh, look at, there's probably some really lovely things in this cabinet. I love this pair. Oh, 45. It must be 45 each. Those are really pretty. I do like those. Another Staffordshire dog. I love his funny little face. So pretty in the green and white. I'm trying to do some green and white for the little boathouse thing I'm doing over. Let's see what little treasures we can see in here. Here's another lovely pair of Staffordshire dogs. Really, the garden really is pretty out there. Such a lovely sunny day. Well, let's keep looking about and see what other finds we can come across. Pretty lamps. So here we are walking back through the stair hall, back into the room we entered as we came through the back porch, which probably would have led to the old kitchen. Some more pretty lamps and clocks. This room has lots of fun little trinkets and vintage finds, some old costume jewelry, and some little treasures like that. Old postcards. It's kind of a pretty piece with the crystals. It's a lovely set of china. Looks like that ship is on sale. It's a pretty set with the seashells. Oh, that's really lovely. This is funny. This is sort of a mascot. Isn't that a funny old, I think it's papier-mâché, some kind of old puppet. I need to ask them the history of that. It's a lovely mirror, reverse painted mirror. And I think out on the lovely old screen porch they have beautiful old antique wicker. Maybe we'll pop out and look at the wicker. Yes, let's have a lovely look at this wicker. Oh, this is a really pretty piece. Maybe this will be the point in the video that I'll probably stop and then share the rest of this trip. We still have to go out into the barn. Oh, that's a beautiful piece. That chaise, $7.50. It's been freshly painted. Lovely Mallorca pieces. Oh, I love this. Wow, that's only $75 with that pretty cushion as well. It's going to be hard to pass that one up. I might have to think about it. This settee is $2.75. But maybe I'll end the video here probably, and then I'll do the rest of the trip out to the barn and such next week. So it's so lovely. 1910. That's really pretty. What I love about old wicker is it just lasts forever. If you keep it painted, if you get a good painting job on it every few years, it lasts nice. I love old bird cages, and this one is really beautiful with the little ormolu bird inside. All right, let's end the video here and let's head back home for now, and we'll finish this trip next week. Well, home again, jiggity jig, though it's actually the next day and we've had rain today. But I'm inside the sitting room looking out. Sorry, the window does look dirty, but it's mostly dirty because we clean it all the time, but the sea spray makes it a bit mottled. But I didn't want to scare the herons, and the egrets are out having their dinner, and I wanted to film them. So I'm just in my sitting room looking out the window, trying to get footage of them. I just wanted to share them. I'm going to sneak out afterwards, after I'm done ending here, but I may scare them away. But I just wanted to thank you for joining me for today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed our trip to the Marion Antique Center, and we had a lovely time, or at least I did. And that's the first half. I'm going to share the second half of the trip out in the barn and such next week, and I'll share the few things that I purchased whilst there. And I hope you get a moment to go into your own town and become a tourist in your own town and enjoy whatever your village happens to offer. If you get out and go to flea markets or antique shops and such, or just sit out in nature and watch whatever nature you have in your area. But I really wanted to share this. We had rain all day, and it just stopped about an hour ago, and I was sitting here in the sitting room having my tea, and I saw all the herons and the egrets, and all the birds are in, so I just wanted to share them. I'm going to try to sneak out now and close with them, which most likely will be them flying away because they'll hear me open the door, the back door on the terrace. But thank you for joining me, and until next week, remember, stay creative. Cheers.